respond?
I mean, look, it's unbelievable to have 1,000 people in here. It's not lost on us at all that we've earned a 1 seed for the second year in a row. I think there's so much gratitude to be playing at home, excitement for what we're going to do, but I can't speak for them. For me, I never thought I'd be a 1 seed and feel disrespected, but I thought the committee, I thought there would be very little chance we would be the number 4 overall, number 1. And so, you know, we've got a big game here on Saturday against UNCG, and we'll handle it accordingly, but you tell me if you think that bracket that we got should have been the one that it was. I can't speak for the players. I think they're excited to play, but this was not on my bingo card to be a little bit, you know, frustrated after being a 1 seed, and it's not, you know, an arrogance of any kind. I think there's a lot of really good teams, and you got to play the first game in front of you and earn your way from there, and that's what we'll do. But sometimes I don't understand people who make decisions in women's basketball and why they do what they do, and certainly with this committee, I would love to ask some questions. I mean, I could go down, and just none of it makes sense to me, of how UCLA is the number 1 overall, as they should be. And we beat them twice, so then South Carolina's number 2, but then how does Texas become number 3 and we become number 4? I just needed someone to explain it. Or Maryland got the 4 seed over, let's say, Ole Miss in a Big Ten SEC thing, and so it doesn't make sense to me. But that being said, we're super excited to be playing at home. We have some really good teams coming here to Galen. That'll be exciting. And every game, you got to take one game at a time. But if there's a little extra motivation for a team that's already a 1 seed, we're going to have it.
You guys are in the Spokane bracket. Is there a difference between, you know, going to Spokane versus, you know, going to Birmingham in terms of bringing fans along? And
oh, sure. I mean, we knew we were going to be in Spokane. So I think once you knew who the 4 seeds were going to be, it was pretty clear, you know, South Carolina and Texas were going to be in Birmingham, and UCLA and us were going to be in Spokane. It was just a matter of how they layered it. And look, there's so many good teams in the country, so it's not a matter of, you know, you have no idea how the bracket's going to shake out.
Did you expect
but
I'm sorry.
I did not. I didn't think. I wouldn't think we were going to be the number 4 overall, number 1.
Do you think this is a sign that maybe nationally you guys aren't as respected as you should be?
No, I think nationally we really are. I think there's a couple of people sitting in a committee room who make decisions. Because I think if you asked people, I mean, everyone would look and say our bracket's loaded. It is loaded.
Quite so.
Yep, and there's a lot of good teams, but I think nationally,
You guys have it.
I don't think that's who we're talking about.
Coach, potential to play UConn in the tournament again. What excites you about that matchup?
We've got UNCG on Saturday, and then we would have, if we were to get through, you know, a really, really good. I just want to say I'm really proud of Charmin and Cal. I think they've had an unbelievable year. You know, they'll be coming here, and Mississippi State's really good. So, you know, we've got a lot of work to do. You know, UConn is an incredibly tough 2. They're really, really good. You know, the fact that, you know, that potential game would be in a regional is surprising to me, but shoot, if we both get there, you know, that would be, you know, great for TV and a lot of people excited, and a really tough game and a really exciting game. And like, you know, Juju, I heard Juju say our team gets up for challenges, but.
Does that feeling of disrespect, does that feel like something this team can use going forward throughout this tournament?
I mean, I'm going to get us ready to play UNCG. Yeah, and I mean, again, I don't know if they do as much analyzing and that kind of stuff as I do, but and also, like, you know, there's really fine hairs at this point with a lot of good teams, so it's not that. It's just, like I said, I think decision makers in women's basketball sometimes do some things that are, you know, as soon as she started the show and they started talking about rematches, I'm like, oh, what did the committee do here, right? Like it's strange to me, right, that, you know, TCU and Notre Dame played, and they played Texas, and we already played. Like, I thought they tried to actually avoid those things. But look, we've got to win the game in front of us, and anytime you get a chance to play a next game at this time of year, it's a great place to be, and every game is going to be tough. And I don't think, you know, anyone can assume that 1s and 2s will be matched up in Elite 8. You got a lot of work to do, and the 3 seed in our bracket is great, and the 4 seed is great, and we have a really tough UNCG team here. I just looked in there, 24-6, and Cal and Mississippi State are good. So there's a lot of good games. But to me, when you're looking as a basketball person overall at the bracket, you'd have to be smarter than me, I guess, to make it make sense.
Do you think television ratings have anything to do with this?
Wouldn't you think they would want the best television ratings potentially in Tampa? I mean, you know, again, there's so much basketball to go, but, you know, I don't know. I would think, you know, that makes no sense to me.
So, like, LSU Iowa in the Liga
Yeah, that
MX?
was a little wild last year too. So, like I said, sometimes people make decisions. They would have to explain, you know. But look, our sport is in a great spot. You know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Like, I don't think I can get fined for any of this. And I'm being as honest as I can be. We're really excited to play on Saturday at home. I think our team earned a #1 seed. I think there's a lot of fine hairs and things like this. But look at me. You guys see me normally. I'm not normally like this kind of agitated. I like things that make sense. I don't like being disrespected. I think we scheduled UConn and scheduled Notre Dame this year for a reason. You might have to match up with people again, but like, I just don't understand. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It also doesn't make sense down the line, but there's a lot of good teams. We're focused on Saturday. Who knows what's going to happen after that? And, if it gets to regional finals, we can maybe ask these questions again, but.
One last question.
Second year in a row, there's going to be a lot of, great tournament games for the women here in LA.
Yes.
Both sides of town.
Yes.
Just kind of, what does that kind of say for this city? I mean, it really seems
Yeah.
like the women have.
I didn't even look. Did they put us alternated this year, or are we both on the same day again? Yeah, so that's good, right? So people can come to LA. They figured that out this year. People can come to LA and see a lot of really good basketball. Yeah, I think it speaks to where both programs are and both teams hosting, and